that's why we get called, well, you're a Christian nationalist. You want the kingdom to be the government. Yes. You want God to come and overtake the government. Yes. You want Christians to be the only ones that, yes, we do. We wouldn't be a disciple of Jesus if we didn't believe that. We want God to be in control of everything. We want believers to be the ones writing the laws. Yes, guilty as charged.
It's so funny how the party that wraps itself in the United States flag is also the party that always publicly admits to being against American democracy. No separation of church and state for this guy.
We want God to be in control of everything.
It's hard to tell if some conservatives just don't see the hypocrisy or if they just don't care. The next clip from The Good Liars is a perfect example of that.
I'm running for the governor of Michigan. I'm a pastor, but I'm running on bringing God back into culture because I'm convinced that if we don't get God right in this next election, nothing will matter.
Bringing God back to Michigan, what would that look like? Would there be religion taught in schools?
There would be, as our founder said, the Bible should be the basic textbook in Scripture, in schools.
Are there books that you don't want to see in schools?
I would remove the pornography.
So we need to ban books that have pornographic imagery in them, right?
Yes.
Here comes the double standard.
Because somebody was telling us about a book that had like two daughters getting their dad drunk and having sex with them.
Yeah, I knew you were going that way. I knew you were doing that. Yeah, it's a good point.
So you're saying ban the Bible in school?
No, I'm not saying ban the Bible in school. I get where you're going with your questions.
Right, because you're saying anything that has a pornographic image should be banned, and there are some images in the Bible about sex and incest and things like that. So it sounds like you're saying we should ban the Bible.
What I am saying is that the Judeo-Christian principles on which our country is founded need to be brought back into culture. And I can't state it any more clearly than that.
If that means banning the Bible, so be it.
The Bible would not be banned from culture or...
From the schools. I'm just saying the schools. Protect the kids.
No,
I'm Rayy Vana, and welcome back to Rebel HQ. These people are so incredibly dangerous to our country and the future of democracy. Not only are they unhinged lunatics who want to force their beliefs on everyone else, but they also have this disturbing urge to go after their perceived opposition. Watch this next clip and you'll see what I mean.
It is very clear to me that the God in heaven, the God and creator of heaven and earth has anointed Donald Trump to be president, period. Now, because of that, because I feel so strong about that, I believe that it is my obligation to do everything I can do to support him in order to support the country, in order to support God's agenda. And I know that's an extreme thing. I don't really care that that's an extreme thing. It's very true to what I believe. And so at this point, what I have done is after running for Secretary of State, I through a lot of prayer and personal assessment with my family, we really explored what is the most effective thing I could do right now to help save the country. And I concluded that it was supporting the president in quite honestly, any role that would be most effective for him in the country. I think that media, I think that being press secretary is an excellent role for me. I'm very strong. I would really love to have a chance to meet with some of those reporters in the press room and, kind of like nail their heads to the wall.
Can you imagine the right-wing outrage if somebody on the left said that they were going to nail right-wing heads to the wall? And let's not gloss over the fact that Rachel Hamm admits that she believes Donald Trump was anointed by God to be president of the United States. The Republican Party is nothing more than dangerous religious extremists who live in their own delusions. And if you needed any more evidence of that, Republicans in the Texas State Senate passed a bill that would require all classrooms and public schools to display the 10 Commandments. Don't Republicans always tout how much they love and respect the Constitution? Apparently not, though, the First Amendment, which separates church and state. And isn't that exactly what the man in the first clip said their goal is? To force Christianity on the entire nation. And that's why I've been saying, and that's why I keep saying how dangerous this ideology is, and how the party that supposedly stands for individual liberties and personal freedoms actually wants to strip you of yours.